head defending no. But me, it's sad, but I think say Mama is not. Mama should be held responsible. You see, Otumfuo to be an opposite say. On say it no you very peaceful no. But it will be I saw catch Mama say Mama. Me Manhyia Otumfuo. I'm telling you, it is Otumfuo. Never know this reference. Who na appoint you say on say say. Boku issue no buy no. President Mama went to Manhyia. Ohini bia do Manhyia da ofo do Manhyia so. Na ono de bra no solve am use no. No ko asante ni ji so the asante oji insult pa. Onu say mapusi food before mu
kasa bebre.
Say mo kasa cha asante ni no. Mu use asante ni nim. Na mo ko bo mo enu na mo pe no asem. Na mo wie no mo see am say na what does it no nim. And the law is the law. Na court na kasa o chief. Na mama quickly no and the mama did to no na kotam man pussy chief no yeah that ba cry yeah ba remand no yeah remand no for more than 3 months yeah man be yeah charging for impersonation.
Okay,
what I say go to impersonation seriously. About the man so there somebody na ono no yeah recognizing no somebody is now getting the protection. And I go cancer na amwako Mauricio minister say mama I respect too far sir Mauricio minister no
guess what
sacking who's the asantini cancer as out as here good edimtia sir regional minister no we use the word sir
so na has
because onye na dey say asantini sir regional minister no except by this time no say mama Emma step down and that brother for regional minister
on crowd not.
But what has Mama done? We are pretending as if he is quiet. Into watching. Clearly, no. For Otumfuo to say 2 million dinkasono.
Now, when you
was sending signal to Ashanti Kingdom.
Yes.
Into we are Ashanti. And Ashanti regional. We are Ashanti Kingdom, man. Our party will say. Money, na say NDC for Asante na nyachom. What I say in the name of politics no e do time politics na ba so mo dua Asante ho mama ba when they say Manhyia citizen what I say we when they say guy we so painting no ko painting Otumfuo no kwasia painting Otumfuo mo no time Otumfuo kasa na Otumfuo simply no Satan no okobo mutaka abaso ebo regional passport no yes so why ade eh na so yes Otumfuo edi ni sa na adversary no Otumfuo di na adversary no akwa ase onye na be picture eba cha ma for say Otumfuo kwa na me no kura no Otumfuo na me so to kura no the problem makobi we wa ko ontu ko cha na we Jesus Christ Asante for the mean I deba ko mu say mu no niam say mu bufu na ba ko ka Manhyia asem kakra na man do no nya be bo mo ya pa ya be
nya bi mo so
we ya pa na bufu
mama for kan
Asante for mutia
na dem say
mama hini madam fu na se do dia no o ya kola na kuma se unim oso we show to for Kabibi or say Asante for ahimfo no boy din na ka prepare the first na wo ha pre utimi prepare the first prepare the first na wo ha and ka only on cash you on mobilize Ashanti sir they are going to Sampa to take over hey prepare the first any bafakoto some kwasenema somebody aye wo no any the man you wo no Jesus Christ they would have just go there much somebody no but and somebody have to be trusted moko Otumfuo just because the regional minister no head defending no but me it's sad but I think say mama should be held responsible You see, Otumfuo to be ana opese. On say it no peaceful no. But it will be I saw catch mama straight say, "Mama, men see Manhyia." I'm telling you, because you nipo no dis ratu no na appoint you mo. What should I appoint you obia? Or yes, I'm a lawyer, regional minister. Then I party. What's your appointee? And when I say, I'm a queen of support mu. Mutakamu wakumasi o. Enti na mutamu so kopo na mbi. If one na be hunde na esatifo na adwo anka be bribu no. Jesus Christ. Ready? Unimbe ja me tamaso ebi aba na Ghana for isa me adwuma na ma when I say we na ometra so mame also in angle bi ode be fe bi afaba ntino ebi bra betrasi onu pentia ebi opretiwo do ma ntino no penwa no ma so me panasa bo na me panasa but some of you there sabo no hunter do na me would conform man here law sabo no na get so here law me say sabo no some of you sabo no oh Jesus Christ che mama sunde and President Mama should be held responsible for the mess in Sampa. I'm telling you, if President Mama has been able to bring peace and stability in Boku because Otumfuo spoke, President Mama has the capability. Oh, who is the President Mama? Fat phone. No, flash somebody has said, bra, flash the house. I don't know. No, I don't know. Yo, so yeah, Mosi, you know, offend for self and a kidnapping. You are under arrest. Who you fake? Who you imposter? Quickly now, regional minister no. When you get you, why you reshuffle? Some minister, I saw the regional minister. I said to you, yeah, I'm not putting your call. Oh, you're not going to call. You're for the regional minister. No, that's what you. You. Oh, come on. Never, lion, you know. I'll get a number. Regional minister no so all no get number and I mean my pass as
people comfortable. Isn't that a cost that should justify an expense that should justify the loss?
Kojo, good evening to you and to your listeners. I want to start by making the point that you have played extensively what the majority has said at their press conference. I pray that you give the minority equal amount of time to respond before we get into any debate. First, I need you to clarify for me. Has Joy News cited the Bank of Ghana accounts as published?
No, we haven't cited it.
So what has happened is that the Bank of Ghana accounts have not been published, but the majority has been invited to do a press conference, ostensibly to try and shape people's minds before the accounts themselves are published. That should tell you that they are in an exercise of propaganda and PR, trying to hide the real facts from the Ghanaian people. What is happening is that yesterday's whistleblowers have become today's defenders. The cosmetics with which they've been managing things are beginning to wear off. And what is left now is a government side that is defending the things that they complained about when they were in opposition. Now, in 2023, the Bank of Ghana made a loss of 10 billion Ghana cedis. Today's majority, the then minority, were those who, among other things, went on demonstration, calling for the head of Governor Addison at the time, calling on him to resign, I think if I recall correctly, within 21 days. And later, the then candidate who became president said that and other practices in the economy amounted to criminal mismanagement of the economy. I'm quoting his words. Today, they have made a loss of 15 billion Ghana cedis after they promised Ghanaians to give them power, they will do better. They've made a loss of 15 billion Ghana cedis. And instead of releasing the account so that everybody can read, they choose to hide the accounts and get the majority to do a press conference to spin it and try to explain it away. Now, you will recall that a number of things happened during the year. One, the minority kept drawing attention to the method that this government was using in its attempt to achieve a certain inflation number. They wanted to achieve a number and show to Ghanaians that they have done better. So they adopted a measure called sterilization, heavy sterilization. We have been speaking about it from 2025, and at a point they were even insulting our intelligence that we don't understand economics. And we kept saying that the extent of the sterilization they were doing will amount to huge costs on the Bank of Ghana. And that if they continue with sterilization, they can even achieve inflation of 0%. But the cost on the Bank of Ghana will be unbearable. And it did not also mean that the cost of living was going to go down. They rejected our argument, literally called us names, only today to turn around and say that the sterilization through open market operations is one of the largest contributors to their loss. You will recall again that we warned that the change in gold purchase policy from buying from the large-scale miners to now using the gold board was incurring losses which they were passing on to the Bank of Ghana. The IMF even highlighted some numbers in their document. And we even called for a parliamentary inquiry to go into the details and quickly put in place remediation measures. Because of politics, they refused to do that investigation. What's more, they moved that cost from Gold Board's books onto Bank of Ghana books and caused Gold Board yesterday quickly to publish their accounts and declare profit of 900 million. You see today the Bank of Ghana document, which they haven't released, but they are now spinning a political narrative about. They are even now admitting that the cost of the gold transaction is 9 billion Ghana cedis. Take that out and go and net it off what the Gold Board has announced as profit, and you will see the real impact of what has gone on there. They now want to argue that the work that the Bank of Ghana does contributes to what they call policy or economic costs. I want to refer you to Professor John Gachi in 2024, when the Bank of Ghana said that the sterilization or the open market operation costs that they had incurred, what they are now saying that small costs, small results. When the Bank of Ghana then explained that that sterilization was part of the loss, the NDC's chief advisor on the economy, Professor John Gachi, who now sits on the Bank of Ghana Advisory Committee, he said every loss is a loss. And that unless they're able to show it is a one-off item, Ghanaians should not take them seriously when they explain it as a policy or economic loss. Today, they are using the same words verbatim. But you see, the problem about the policy or economic loss argument is that if every year you are making policy or economic losses, it's not a one-off item. And what is now happening is that then any state-owned enterprise can make losses on the commercial transactions they are supposed to do, and they tell you that they are doing some economic good for the public. Does that make sense to you?
Sorry, but if you look at what they've been able to achieve, where majority of the people are saying that inflation is down, we are okay with it. Exchange rate is stable, we can plan with it. Is their cost not justified than what happened during your time?
So when the Bank of Ghana, through its open market operations, lost money and brought inflation down from 53% to 20-something percent, was that justified or not? Principle is principle. We have said time and time again that they should be honest and candid with the fact. They are the ones who have tried every time to scam the people of Ghana with some different narrative. If they had admitted at the time